Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Do y'all notice how everyone wants to play a victim these days? It's like everyone just wants to find new ways to be a victim. So I was going through some videos that I had saved, and I found a bunch of TikToks from Therians. I know we missed the Therians. And I know I'm going to get tons of pushback and tons of flack for this, but that's fine. They can come after me all they want. But I was looking at these TikToks and wondering whether to make a video or not. And while I'm watching them, I'm just thinking like of the victim mentality and the fact that people just don't seem to have enough going on in their lives. And so they choose to fill that void with trying to figure out ways to become a victim. And as we learned in the other videos, if you haven't watched them, go back and watch them. Because I did a TikTok reaction video about Therian TikToks, and then I also did a video after that because I got tons of pushback from the Therian community or cult. You know, I guess it's not technically considered a cult because there's not really a leader, but it's very cult-like. It really is. Because I've literally never gotten that much pushback about anything that I've said, and y'all know I've said some things that are very controversial. So the fact that it's the Therian community that came for me it was very surprising, but who cares? I'm not here to be liked. I'm just here to give some entertainment and shed some light on certain things. So I was watching them, and it's kind of interesting because I came across something that's not true. At first it was like, whoa, what the heck is this? And then after that, I kept looking into it and found out that it was a scam, but someone had created what was supposed to be a Therian temple at some point, but they were basically like trying to scam people. So that's not true. So if you ever see anything about that, that's just not true. But I did find some disturbing videos. So some of them are a little satanic as well. I'm not saying Therians are satanic, but some of them are, there's, in comparison to the rest of the videos, there's a very small portion that are satanic. But so I will say that before y'all come at me saying that I said all Therians are Satanists and that it's a satanic community. It's not. But in some cases, there are ties to Satanism, and it's pretty disturbing. So let's get into it. I have several thoughts about some of these, so let's watch. This doesn't say what this video is about, but it's in response to someone leaving a comment that says, "My 8-year-old son has more issues than you," with a rolling eye emoji. So this video that this person made is in response to that comment. Okay, and then at the end, let's see what that says. It says, "You have it easy compared to," and I guess that means me. Victimhood mentality. Creating situations where you can be a victim. Is that not what we're doing here? And I know a lot of the Therians are going to come at me in the comments, which I'm probably not going to respond to y'all this time, because it's just kind of annoying and I really don't care. But like, this isn't a real thing, y'all. This isn't real. And if it was real, I think we would have seen an influx in Therians like millions of years ago. And we didn't. Not until it didn't even start until in the 90s on the horror forum, where this dude said that he was having dreams that he was a bat. And so then they started talking about therianthropy. And then it just avalanched. And now that we have TikTok, kids are on it constantly, and all this kind of stuff, and all these people that are trying to figure out some way to weasel themselves into some type of dysphoria. One of these videos is going to mention dysphoria. Species dysphoria, which I don't even know if that's a real thing. Maybe it is, but if it is, that is a mental illness. it's not a spiritual journey. It's a mental illness. Okay? And for everyone else who doesn't really experience anything like that, y'all are just trying to get attention and play a victim. It's like they're trying to weasel their way in. You see the pride flag back there. Like, pride has been just exploded everywhere and just pushed everywhere. Kindergarten classrooms, preschool classrooms, all different classrooms, and like doctor's offices, stores, like literally everywhere you look, TV, cartoons, everywhere you look, it's all about people's sexuality. And I think that a lot of people feel like there's an incentive there because you're going to get attention from the community, you're going to get acceptance from the community, and you're a part of something. You're a part of this big, huge movement. So a lot of these kids are like basically incentivized by that to do all of this crazy stuff. That's why we have all these non-binary people and all these kids confused and thinking that they're transgender when they haven't even hit puberty yet. And people trying to weasel their way in through therianthropy. Like, it's so crazy. It's so out of control. That's why there's so many of us like speaking out against all this stuff, because y'all are trying to infiltrate like what we actually went through. Like, we got bullied when we went to school. We didn't have people like super excited that we were gay. We tried to hide it from people so that we didn't get beat up after school. I got made fun of by teachers. Okay? Teachers. I got made fun of by everyone in the church. I grew up Protestant. So if you can imagine that, like, y'all be glad that you don't have to go through that, and stop trying to make yourselves into victims, because you're not. You did it to yourself. So silly. So silly. This one is disturbing. And hopefully I don't even know if I'm even allowed to have the audio on these, but I guess I'll find out later. I'm gonna do this right. Show you I'm not moving. Wherever you go. I'm pretty sure that's Miley Cyrus, so I am going to silence that because that would definitely be a copyright issue. So let's see. I'm going to go back so that I can read it to y'all, since there's probably people that I didn't read the first one. I think I explained it pretty well, though. Yeah, there's probably people listening that aren't watching the video, so I'll read this. It says, in case you didn't know, if you don't have supportive parents, if you're my follower, sorry to tell you this, but I'm now your parent. I don't make the rules. It says I'm now your, yep, it says I'm now your parent. So, and is this an adult? This might be an adult, which I wouldn't be surprised about, because there's also a lot of groomers taking advantage of all of these things that are happening. There's groomers infiltrating the trans community, groomers infiltrating the Therian community. Like, y'all need to be careful, because these adults are sick. They're sick, y'all. I hate it when people say this to gay people too. Like, well, I'm your mother now. That is kind of creepy. I can understand caring about people and not wanting kids to go through what they may be going through, but no, you're not. You're not their parent. Especially if we're talking about like trans kids. Like, no. Nope. Goodbye. Let's see if I have to silence this one.
Hear anything? You know what I hear? I hear the sound of you shutting the fuck up. Let's see.
That was nice. Let me see, because they always do this thing where and it's probably just all of TikTok, where they play these parts of songs or parts of TV shows or whatever, but they're actually saying something completely different. It's really freaking annoying. Like, can you just speak? Just speak.
Hear anything? You know what I hear?
Okay, so it says, but I heard Therians bark at people. And then she says, you know what I hear? I hear the sound of you shutting the fuck up. Because we're super nice. But Therians are a danger to animals. Now, I don't see how that's possible or why people would say that. So maybe one of you Therians can tell me why people say that in the comments and I'll read that one. WTF are you talking about? Yeah, I mean, I agree with that one. I don't see how Therians could be a danger to animals. Next. I don't know if I'm gonna get caught. I might have to silence this one too when I edit. It says, me after killing a bug and realizing I could have just made another bug Therian.
Life does not. Oh my God. Oh my God. Bruh. Life.
Now they could just be playing around. They could just be playing around. Or they could be serious, because they really do take this very seriously. They really do. So I'm just going to assume they were serious. They think that they just killed a bug and created a new Therian. Okay, good job. Next. Oh my God. And this is like, this shows like the moral superiority or the intellectual superiority that they feel over other people, because they do like to talk about fake people that are faking being Therians. Newsflash, all of you are faking being Therians, because Therians aren't real. Okay? And just the thought that popped up into my head, because they try to defend it and compare it to mythology, Native American mythology, Greek mythology, all these different mythologies, Chinese mythology, Japanese mythology. I don't know what other mythologies that they try to compare it to, but that is just appropriation of other people's cultures. An appropriation of history that has nothing to do with what y'all are doing. Absolutely not a thing. In fact, I saw a Native American who also identifies as a Therian on Reddit, and he said, no, that therianthropy has nothing to do with Native American history. The ancestors would absolutely think that these people are crazy. Like, yeah, y'all stop appropriating other people's cultures. Okay. Okay. Thanks. God, just say words. Fake Therian. Let's see. I'm gonna have to read it again, because God forbid that they just speak. Fake Therian. Yeah, OMG, I'm definitely a Therian. It's so hard. And then we continue acting crazy in this ugly ass mask. I don't even know what that is. It looks like just a bunch of snakes on their face. What real Therians have to go through. Species dysphoria. Isn't accepted by family. Can't run outside with pack. Y'all. What? Yeah, your family's not going to accept that. Nobody's family has accepted that all throughout history. When their kid says that they're an animal or whatever, no, they're not going to accept that. Stop making reasons to call yourself a victim. Next. I think this is one of the satanic ones. Again, we're using music instead of just saying things that we want to say. They probably do that because they think it'll deter people from making videos like mine. You didn't deter me. I'm determined. It says, Jesus loves you. Then this is the lyrics to a song, obviously, but Jesus loves you. That's manipulation. God, this is fucking ridiculous. Going door to door, neighborhood indoctrination. I don't care what your little book says. What part of that isn't getting to your head? I highly doubt that people are knocking on your door all day. Like, whoever wrote this song, I highly doubt people are knocking on your door all day, every day to convert you to Christianity. Like, get over it. You'll go on to an eternity in heaven. I'll be getting head in circle 7, which is one of the circles of hell. So that's cute. Next. This is another one where she's probably not even speaking. Spending 6+ hours on masks just for someone else, probably another Therian. Who knows? To comment, you're not an animal. Yeah. And you're also not a victim. You're not a victim. What did you think was going to happen? You made this mask and you posted a TikTok on the internet, TikTok of all places, where tons and tons of people are going to see it. Yeah, it has 785 likes. And so what did you think was going to happen? Nobody was going to say anything? That's not reality. And you're not a victim. Next. Oh my God.
How old do you think Daddy is?
42.
I think I can use this.
I mean, Daddy's old. I think he's 7.
How old do you think?
This is another one where they're making fun of people that say they're Therians and they don't think that they're Therians because, you know, they have this intellectual superiority, this spiritual superiority over other people. It really does. If you guys think about your interactions with children or even yourself growing up and think back and, you know, doesn't it feel good when you like kind of outsmart somebody? That's what they're doing, only they're using this to outsmart people and really to kind of be mean to each other. So this is so ridiculous. It's just so ridiculous. Here's another satanic one.
It's hard to believe I'm walking through the ruins of the first ever city.
It's hard to believe I'm a Christian and a Therian because I'm not. I'm a Satanist, which isn't bad. Heart. I mean, not all say, I guess, oh God, hopefully this doesn't piss some of you off, but not all people that call themselves Satanists are bad people. However, the other part to that is that there is a very long history throughout Satanism and similar, I guess, religions, but really it's a cult. And I also looked into Satanism too. Yeah, there's a history of like child sacrifice, like a lot of different sex rituals, things like that. Like, yeah, it's not necessarily a great community to be in. So while you're saying which isn't bad, there's a lot of really, really bad people in Satanism. So yeah, I could say it's a bad. Oh my God, this person thinks that they're a vampire. I told you I identified as a vampire. You freaked out and called me evil. So I decided to educate you on the topic. Oh, please educate me about how you're a vampire or a half bat, half human, or your spirit is a bat. Please educate me with your narcissistic self. You said you need to repent. I said, fuck that. You said, stop acting so stupid. You're a human, because you are. What? You're a we love everyone. We protect you as you are. Your whole worldview collapses the moment someone comes out as a vampire kin or a Therian. Cool, I get it. This is so difficult to read. Like, just speak. Speak, y'all. Cool, I get it. This is the real you. As if it's a pleasure. Nice to meet you. Shit like this brings the movement down. Everyone loves everyone until they're a Therian, vampire kin, or other kin. Yeah, everyone loves everyone until we realize how psychotic you are. You're crazy. Duh. What did you think was gonna happen? Here's some more victims. I feel so sorry for them. You don't know the half of the abuse. Being a Therian can't be that bad. Feeling weird and dizzy or queasy after a big shift, which is basically like when they think that their animal spirit is taking over, they call it a shift. And there's lots of rules about the shift as well. There is a Therian Bible that I read. I don't know if they really go by it, or I think it actually is connected to that scam that I talked about earlier. I read it. It's like 6 pages or something like that. It's really stupid, but it gives like all of these instructions and talks about like these shift rituals and stuff like that. But that's what a shift is. Let's see. It says being in the wrong body. Therian. Arms or legs broke. Feeling like nobody will be there for you. Hate. After all I said, you still stay being... Oh my God. So irritating. You still say being a Therian can't be that bad. Listen, this is so irritating. How about y'all like the video and subscribe to reward me for my suffering? Please, thanks. Hiding your gear. Yeah, because people think you're crazy. When you try to grab your tail, being fatherless. What is do no Therian people have dads? I'm confused about that. Someone help me with that down below in the comments. I'll read that one. You don't know half of the abuse. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, you did it to yourselves. You did it to yourselves. It's weird. It's going to continue to be weird. This is never going to become a thing. Just so y'all know, it's not going to become a thing. Thank God. And since the one person said Therians don't bark at people, I Googled it because I've also seen in other like message threads and everything. And some of them are in the videos where they say Therians don't bark at people, where people have actually stated their experience of a child dressed, and they might not be like playing a Therian, but they also might be. We don't really know. That's not really verifiable. But unlike how a lot of these people are certifiable, but yeah, there are people that say that people dressed as animals do bark at them sometimes. And we have a video here, I think it's in Poland, where there's a group of them. So let's watch. Sure sounded like barking to me. But of course, there's a bunch of, like, I'm telling you, these people are like a huge cult without a leader because they react to this stuff more than anyone reacts to anything else. So there's a string of comments on this YouTube video where it's a bunch of people saying they're Therians that say Therians don't bark at people. Those aren't Therians. They're fake Therians. They're this, they're that, whatever. It's so insane, y'all. It's so insane. Y'all, I hope you Therians out there can get the help that you need, you know? And I hope that you don't influence as many kids as I think that you are, because this is just masking a real issue, real social issues. All it is it's just masking your real issues with something and being able to like create a situation where you're the victim and try to infiltrate the lesbian, gays, and bisexual and trans world. Like, we don't want that. So please stop. Like I said, reward my suffering by hitting the like button, leaving a comment, and subscribing to the channel if you like my content. And I will see you on the next one.